Hey, I wasn't planning on talking about a compact speaker today, but after living with the Acton III for a few weeks, I realized something simple: your sound shouldn't ever feel like an afterthought. You're someone who notices nuance. You don't just play a song, you listen to it. You've sat through playlists where bass felt thin and highs felt harsh, and you've thought, there's got to be something better. That's exactly who the Marshall Acton III is for. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock, because units like this often move fast once people realize what they've been missing. There was a moment for me, a late night with a familiar album, where I suddenly noticed something different. It wasn't just louder or clearer, it was balanced. Instruments had space, voices had weight, and the room didn't feel like a generic echo chamber anymore. That was when I knew I had outgrown the compromised phase of settling for mediocre sound. Once you break out of that phase, there's this wave of relief. You stop adjusting EQ settings. You stop turning it up hoping it gets better. It just sounds right. Music feels immediate. Podcasts feel engaging. Even casual background tracks feel layered instead of flat. You feel confident in what you're hearing, not second-guessing every playback. And if you're thinking about this now, don't stall too long. Prices shift and availability isn't constant, especially on something with this kind of reputation. You might be wondering if a Bluetooth speaker this size can really deliver. Maybe you've tried other compact systems that promise power and under-delivered. But the surprise here is how full it feels. The lows have depth without distortion, the mids stay clear, and the highs never scream. Every genre feels natural, like the music was meant to be heard this way. And there's a certain pride that comes with owning something that looks intentional in your space. When you place the Acton III on a shelf, it doesn't disappear, it belongs. You catch yourself playing tracks just to hear how they unfold. You notice details you never heard before. That feeling of owning quality, it sticks with you every time you press play. Sound feels rich and present. Vocals come through with texture. Every listen feels thoughtful. You relax into the music again. Your space finally sounds alive. The downside? Once you live with this level of quality, anything flatter feels noticeably underpowered. At some point, you stop looping through comparisons and choose the upgrade you already knew you wanted, the one that feels right every time you hear it. Don't let this be the one you delay and regret later. Check the price, see what's available, and take that confident step forward. You'll know immediately why it was worth it, because your ears will remind you every day.